right, hopefully you guys are all warmed up. We are gonna hit a cardio and core day, so no equipment needed, space, maybe a mat, depending if you wanna lay down on a mat, and your body. So we're gonna work for 40 seconds. We're gonna rest for 10. Everything today, we're gonna have a series 5 different pairings of exercises. So 2 exercises paired together, and we're just gonna go back and forth those 2 exercises for 40 seconds and 10 seconds to rest and transition. Blech. Hopefully I can talk better through the rest of the workout, huh? So we are going to first start with pogo hops and mountain climbers. So one leg, you're just gonna be hopping on that one leg. We'll switch at 20 seconds. Okay, and then we will go into a mountain climber push-up position. Knee comes underneath, like so. So I will get the clock ready. Again, no equipment, so we can get right into it. Ready with those pogo hops, one leg, ready, set, go. So we will switch at the halfway. I'll tell you when that 20 is, or if you just start to give out, just switch over to the other leg. So maybe go until you lose that spring in the step and then switch to the other leg. Fun fact, I just did a really kick butt lower body workout with Coach Marisol. So my legs are feeling this. So I'm right there with you. Maybe you had a long day, maybe you're tired. I'm gonna push through. I hope you guys push through too. So we got 8 seconds left of these hops. Light on the foot. And go into mountain climbers. So push-up position. Again, always think about stacking that shoulder, elbow and wrist right on top of each other. Knees come underneath. There we go. So you can go either a really slow, controlled, think about pulling that knee underneath, core contracted, or you can add a little bit of speed. You could go super fast, but again, I'm going to keep it just kind of a nice, even, really focusing on core and breathing. Think about kind of reaching that space between the shoulder blades up to the ceiling so you get that expansion in the upper back. Should be almost there. Okay. Whoa. So back up, back to those pogo hops. So just kind of starting nice and easy here. 1 foot. Now if you're having trouble on the 1 foot, you could just do a nice light hop on 2. And if you can't leave the ground, you do kind of like a spring on the leg or do like a little hip hop there if you need to. Otherwise, we're gonna stay on that one leg. Again, we can't get any spring switch. Heart rate just elevates a little bit. Stand right on the ball of that foot. And good, back from the mountain climbers. So again, set it up and elevate your hands if you need to. If you feel like you're just kind of pushing back, go ahead, go guys. So if you feel like you end up like this in your mountain climber, you're really just supporting yourself in your shoulders. So make sure we're getting down across, keeping that nose in front of the fingers. And again, put your hands on a couch or bench if you do have trouble and need to elevate. Small suitcase. We got 12 seconds. 8. 3, 2, 1. Okay, back set pogo hop. One more set of each. So again, we're gonna end up having 5 different sections like this. We will not go back and repeat. So this will be it here. One leg, go. So we never really go all the way back onto the heel. We're kind of staying up to the front of the foot. Again, you can have those hops for 2. There's halfway. Makes me feel happy for some reason. Do you feel happy when you're bouncing? Maybe a little bit more, 8 seconds. 2, 1. Back into the mountain climbers. Get it set up. So last one of these here. And go. So if you're going for speed, try not to let the hips bounce too much or lose that tension to the upper body. So keeping that core working to hold you tight. When you exhale, think about that belly button coming up and in. "12 seconds. Hang tight. A little speed. 5, 4. All right. All right, shake that out, guys. So we're gonna move into 2 new exercises. Again, same with body weight. It's gonna be a side shuffle. Okay, so make sure you have some space side to side in your area. So you wanna get in that athletic position. So we're here, hips back a little bit, and you're shuffling side to side. Make sure you come to a complete stop, and then center back the other direction. So just make sure you're picking up your feet. When we don't, that's where we have the potential to roll or trip. And then we're gonna pair that with a side crunch. So in this side lying position, you're gonna come up and crunch. There we go. You gotta lift the legs and think about pulling that upper body towards your feet. So legs come up, elbow comes towards the feet, and we're using that side body to crunch there. If you're having trouble with that, you could always go into a side plank hold, or you can do a modified hold as well. So any of those, you want to make sure you're getting up into that crunch. So if you can't get up in the crunch, that's fine, or it is a little bit coordination driven, so hold a side plank if you need. We are going to get ready. Ready? So side shuffle is first. Clear some space. Make sure you can pick up your feet. 3, 2, 1, go. Stay low, side to side. Again, today is about movement and core. So this workout would be great to put in between some of the strength ones. So tomorrow, if you can plan a workout, these are nice 20 to 25-minute workouts. You can roll out of bed, do it in your PJs. We got 10 seconds. Two, 1. All right, that side body movement. So again, you can hold a plank, hand behind the head, angle your legs forward just a little bit. And again, we're coming up together and then back down. Up together, back down. We'll lift in through that side. Now we are going to do 3 rounds. If you want to stay on this side, you could, and we'll switch to the last round. Or you can switch each time. I'm going to flip over, hit the other side. And everything lifting up. Think about using that side body. Okay, back to that shuffle. Get up. Again, athletic stance. So slight bend to the knee, butt back. Go, pick up those feet. If you want to add touch, you could. Make it a little bit more athletic. Again, we're going for movement. Breathe in. 15 seconds. Yeah. 5. Okay. Down. So if you didn't flip, make sure you get the other side here. So angle out just a little bit and lift up. Lift together, back down, lift, Again, side plank hold is an option. All right, go ahead, flip or stay, and you can switch that last round. All right, back up. One more set. One more set here. Athletic stance, go. Here we go, last set. Make sure you got that stop, center out, change directions. So a lot of injuries as we age is the inability to stop ourselves when we're falling. So the idea of being in control, change of direction, hopefully we're strong to stop those falls. Okay, one more time down on the ground. And again, if you weren't changing, you need to change this round. So lift up. Half the battle's coordinating it, for sure. Think about, again, that movement coming from the side here, squeezing together, lowering down. Last one, and go ahead, flip. And everything pulling up together at the same time. All right. Awesome. Switching. Next set of exercises. We have a butt kick or donkey kicks, and then we're going to go a leg lower into a reverse crunch. So for the kicks, it's like a jog in place, but we are going to pull our heels back. Okay, so we're running this way versus running up. It's a little bit easier to run that way. If you wanted to, you could do more of a high knee, a little bit harder, challenging for the 40 seconds. And then we're going to do a leg lower plus reverse crunch. So we're going to get down on the ground, feet up towards the ceiling. So lowering down here, and then when you come back up, you're going to reach and then back down. So as you come up, you're kind of reaching those feet up and then lowering back down. Okay, so those two movements are next on our list. Again, 40 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest. Here we go. So running, kicking your butt. So light on the feet. Again, if you wanted a little bit higher heart rate, more challenge would be to run up in front. But it is good to change movement patterns, especially if you're one that does a lot of running, biking. You're already pulling those knees up forward. So it's good to change the way our body moves. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, good. All right, on the ground. So leg lower. So if the reverse crunch part is a little too much or you're just not feeling it, so number one in exercise, do it correctly and using the right control and muscles. So you could just do this bottom half, lowering down, keeping that back flat, keeping the abdominals engaged, kind of blow out the air, tension, come back, or again, add that little lift at the top. So you can hear it in my voice. When we do these things, that tension there, you don't want to lose that. All right, back to that run. Set one done. Number 2, gear up, kicking the butt, and go. So yeah, light on the feet, and keep you going here. So after this, We'll have 2 more sections. So they're going pretty quick. Keep going. Kick in, pulling those feet behind you. Hang in, guys. Okay, back down. So when you get here, kind of lift that tailbone up a little bit. Keep that lift, and that's what's going to help with those lower abdominals. Engaging. Breathe. Again, on that way down, stop where you can control it back to the top. So if you go too far, sometimes you'll feel that little sway in your back. So you want to stop before that happens, because we want that energy in the front and not taking over in the back. Okay, 1 more set. So you'll see people put their hands under their back when you do those things. If we shorten the range of motion and actually control those abs, you're probably going to get more out of that exercise versus when we put our hands there, we're basically helping that back kind of round and compensate. The last run here, keep kicking the heels back to that bum. Here we go. You got 12 seconds. Keep kicking. All right, guys, take it back down to the ground. Woo! Feet up. So again, you can have that little lift. Just kind of push down on the ground, lift up, or just keep that bottom half. I'm gonna stay here. Like that nice controlled movement through the abdominals. Really think about lowering from that belly and pulling back in through that belly too. Always put your mind where the muscle is that's working. Okay. All right, 2 new exercises. We are going to move into split squat pulses. Okay, so we're gonna do halfway we'll switch legs. So we'll come down into that split squat position and we're gonna pulse here. Those little pulses, you're gonna think about lowering through that front leg. If you want to make sure you're in that 90 degrees before you set it up, get into that tall kneeling, check the feet, lift up, and you'll pulse from there. So we'll switch that halfway and then we'll finish with another core exercise. We'll be down on the ground. Heeled hutch crunches, or penguin crunches. So we're gonna crunch up and then you're going side to side, reaching for those ankles. So you keep that upward hold as you move side to side, then using those obliques. So those are our 2 split squat pulses are up first. If you're ready, if you do have any kind of issues being on the one leg, you could do a squat pulse instead for the whole 40 seconds, okay? So here we go, drop down. All right, so at halfway, we get relief and we get to switch legs. We got 10 seconds. I'm gonna be watching this clock. All right, switch it up. Drop right into it. Good. Breathe. You guys can do this. 10 seconds. Like I said, I just did a killer lower body workout with Marisol. All right. Down ground. Oh. Okay, so get her up. We're gonna lift up, and then lift, and then side to side. So you're going side through that oblique. Again, think like a penguin. Coming up halfway. So stay up there. If you're feeling a lot of tension in the neck, you can put a hand, think about the motion side to side, really just keep that effort through the belly. 3 seconds. Okay, woo, we're back up. Gear up, we're going into that split squat pulse. So right here, just get into that 90-90 and pop it up. Hold in, pulsing. Sitting through this front leg. So you got weight in that front hip, in this quad here. Again, think knees stacked above that ankle. All right, switch it out. Drop it low. Stay down here with me. Breathe. We have 10 seconds. 5. Okay. Woo! Here we go on the deck. Ready? Lift up, side to side. Reach for that ankle. So it should feel almost like your upper body's doing like a teeter-totter, side to side, up and down. Keep looking right at those knees. Hang tight, guys. Keep breathing out that belly. Okay, one more. Here we go. Make those legs work. Lift up, little pulses. Whoa. Little pulses. 10 seconds. All right, switch it. Other leg, coming low. Heart rate elevates here, big muscles working. They require extra oxygen. That's what takes our heart rate up. 5 seconds. All right. Woo! Made that. Last set here. So last time doing a movement for the core. Our last set's gonna end up being a hold. Keep lifting side to side. Up and over, up and over. So you still have that constant crunch hold, and then you're going through your sides to reach for that heel or ankle. Okay. All right, last 2 exercises. I'll show them to you. So I stuck the split squat holds in here so now that we can rest our legs. So we're going to be in a 4-point position. We're going to end up taking our one leg up towards the ceiling, and you have to think about kicking the heel to the ceiling. So it can feel a little disoriented at first, where you're kicking, where the leg's going, but think about that heel pushing straight up to the ceiling and then right back down. So we're gonna go that, we're gonna switch halfway, and then we're gonna flip over and do a hollow hold. It'll be nice and easy, we're already down on the ground. We'll just get into it then, okay? So let's kill this last set. So all 4s, 4-point position. Again, knees bent, can dig the other toe into the ground. You're gonna lift this leg off So that knee's straight behind the hip, and go. Push right up towards the ceiling, and just lower that knee back down. Kind of where do we start? So higher, and then to the start, higher to the start. So we're really targeting this glute here. So you'll feel a little bit of hamstring, a lot through the glutes, pushing up to that ceiling. All right, switch that out, right up. So biggest thing with this, keep the knee bent. I think that's where people get thrown off sometimes. For some, you might be thinking, thrown off, you're just pushing your heel up to the ceiling. You'd be surprised. Body is weird when we start moving it in different ways. All right, flip over on your back. Hollow holds. Oh, so we make that big hammock with our body. Everything lifts up, kind of crunch up, and then reach out from there. We're just holding there. So again, middle back pressing down. We're kind of creating a little bit of a scoop here, and that's what creates that hold through the belly. So you can go hands behind the head if it really is starting to draw a lot where we have to lift up, or you can go arms out, or you can push the arms together too to create a little bit more resistance. You have some options here, push, reach, or you can start to go one hand just lightly holding that head. I want you to create that lift through the belly though. Breathe in, okay. Back over. So first leg, kicking the ceiling. And toes in the ground, right up, right down. Right up, right down. Pushing into that ceiling. Right straight up. Again, looking for glutes here. Go ahead, switch. Keep that bend to the knee. Try and stay even through the hands so that we're not shifting on one side. All right, flip back on our backs. So we'll just have one more set of that. All right, gear up, lift up, and reach out. Here on the legs. So again, the lower the legs, the harder that hold's gonna be to keep the ribs from popping up and back down. You can also bend the knees too. Would be a little bit less, or kind of do a combo. So always go with what you can feel you can hold the best there. So maybe it's a slight bend, maybe it's legs out, maybe it's legs low, and then always finding your push point. So where is it most challenging for you, but you can still do it effectively. So I could really challenge and go down here, but I'm really just straining, and then I get that belly pushing up, and we don't want that. All right, last time, flip over. Especially if you feel you get any kind of doming through the belly or belly pooch there, you do want to make sure you're maintaining that pressure in. Don't want it pushing out. Last set here, again, even through the hands, pushing that heel to the ceiling, finding that backside, right up. Switch. And think about foot flexed or foot flat. Okay, last hold, guys. This will be it. So hold everything you got. Last little bit of your workout here. Lift up, reach out. Hang tight. Think about everything you've done. Think about all the workouts you've done. If you're still hitting these virtual ones, we've gotten almost 100 uploaded, and we've done way more than we've uploaded. So good for you guys. If you did the live Zoom ones during quarantine, hang on to it. All right, woo! While you're down there, you can always kind of just lay Oh, take a few deep breaths. You could always slip over into a child's pose. Release a little tension through that low back. Always take a second right after your workout to just kind of recenter, regroup. Take a few deep breaths. A lot of us already live very stressful lives. Working out is more stress, sometimes good, but more stress on the body. So it's always good to have a few seconds, bring the breathing back, refocus, and then tackle maybe the rest of your day or wind it down. So thank you guys. Thanks for always working hard with me, and we'll see you soon.